Welcome back to some more Death Roads there. Thank you very much for tuning in there, one and all. When we last left off, we were partway through a run with our Captain Rick Ramirez. Rick, as we like to call him. Oh no, is that demonetized because I said it too early? Uh-oh. I was just saying his name, you know, it's a common saying for someone with Richard, I should know. Now, I'm going to head up here to the north, we're going to head to the chop shop, we're going to look to cut off our friend here, our starting character, then we'll look to take out you later on. Okay, we don't have the means to do that because we're too poor, we can't even gamble with it, so now we've got to start a battle. And, big boy, who shoots forward and sideways. Thankfully, we pretty much only fire forwards as well now. So we're going to be looking to drop behind him. I mean, we don't only fire forwards. Wait, did I not switch out? Did I switch something for that one? Maybe not. You do have the discharge though. We can use that. Why don't we start off with the laser blast because it does hit him. Decent little bit of damage. The sequential gear upshifts and drops us back. That's quite nice. Drop back there. We can also then ram and push you, but I don't know if I really care about that. If we do hit somebody, we get to draw 2 cards though, but that's still going to be quite expensive to be able to position ourselves in the way of that. But why don't we go for it anyway? What have we got to lose? Let's plunder, let's take some cars. Oh, we don't move. Okay, that's important to note. I think that's okay as well. You know that you shoot sideways and there, so we're actually going to move up. Oh no, if we move up twice, then we might actually skid out and then hit the wall a couple more times. So let's just hit down here, and then we skid out and hopefully go backwards a little bit. If we break a little bit, that'd be great. Even if we just go up 3 times, no, we don't. So we're going to be hit by his broadside shot, no doubt. 12 armor though, 8 armor. Oh, he did not shoot. Okay, so he must not have had that card. That's good news bears for us. Now we can bouncing around, but I think we want to use bouncing around to get in position. Our issue is our engine cards are not great to be able to move forward. Like front and back moves us back as well. Sequential gear is usually back, but sometimes forward. We really just need a better engine, I feel like, so that we can move backwards and forwards. As it stands though, we'll make use of what we got. We'll shift up a couple of times and then we'll replace a few wheel block, and around's not terrible, but I still think we try and get to discharge working. Don't forget that if we move forward, then we do get extra damage. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to power shift, move forward. We're then going to go for our avalanche, which is going to do 10 damage. Now we can laser blast as well. Let's actually move forward and then laser blast like this, which does more damage again. And then we skid and we see where we end up. Hopefully not too far off. Right back where we started, basically. Now, you are kind of sitting behind us, so you're going to get a couple of shots at us, no doubt, but no, just a ram so far, and no shots. Okay, so we have taken some damage, but our armor held up pretty well for most of this anyway. And why don't we just go for a bit of rams here for now? Start off with that. Plunder, of course, is always good. We wouldn't mind pushing you into the side, but we're going to wait and see what Breaking Bad does and where you end up with that. Oh, you don't skid out just yet. Okay. But with that, we're going to go front to back. We go forward 1, back 2. Now you skid. Where do you end up? Not in the wall, which means that our grenade drop also can't hit you, which is a damn shame. Oh, that's nowhere near where we had hoped you to be. We'd hoped that we could at least hit you with the grenade drop so that we could kill you. Now we can't. And that is very frustrating. The gear shift doesn't do anything for us. Planner doesn't do anything for us. Navigator... navigation feels like the best thing that we can do just to move into the middle a little bit. I don't really like that at all, because now we're going to take more damage. Thankfully we do have 6 shield, no armor left, but we're going to take at least 1 or 2 shots. Just the 1, okay. I don't know whether they've changed the difficulty here, but it certainly feels different, like they're not always using the best option. Maybe they change it so they don't always have the best option, they actually have to draw it like us, like a real player, and still get a little bit lucky. Let's see, reload, shifting and moving is okay. Beginning of your turn, take conditions. That's effects on target. That's on us or on the person that we hit. I don't know, but in any case, I actually feel like this is probably a little bit better. The upshifting, downshifting, drawing a card, you know, choosing options, and also having a little bit more armor as well sounds good to me. And was that extra bash damage, or was that extra... No, that's extra handling, so that means that we get extra movement on our turn as well, or extra options, which is always nice. More cards in hand means that we can do more handling means that we can do more damage as well. So you have a side attack, you have a back and rear, so we want to get ahead of these two. We could look to slow these guys if we wanted to. That only hits the first guy though, so why don't we start off like this and see what happens. He slows down, we slow down, we back off, and we get the overload. So I guess backing off is another way to deal with it, isn't it? So we could look to try and run away. Don't forget that we do also have 5 escape options here if we want to. Isn't terrible. Why don't we go for this? We will shift up and then move sideways. Then we can keep shifting up if we want to. This is going to be quite hard to get ahead of them otherwise. And shift up once, move forward. That allows us to do extra damage with the weapon. We don't have any weapons that can hit them just yet, unfortunately. And we need to shift up twice to be able to do this one though, so that's not possible. Blunder is not going to happen either. Maybe we just go 5th gear and sit back. And wait right here. Why don't we actually wait one further back, just to be safe. And we'll see what they can do now. Now, overloads ran out already, so maybe it is actually a positive for us, because surely if it was a negative, it would last until the end of the opponent's turns when they can do extra damage to us. Maybe I was reading it wrong. Didn't surprise me. Let's see here. Can't really get ahead of you. We can move up twice and shield ourselves, we can then discharge. So why don't we start off with the discharge, going for you. We slow down. We then see Breaking Bad is not good. We look to navigate up. Then we wait transfer 2 ahead. Yeah, let's go for this. Wait transfer 2 ahead. Give ourselves some armor. Breaking Bad's wrong again. That downshifts us, moves us up, and then re-roll some cards. So we do have some re-rolls with the agile shift, which isn't terrible. Go for the black flag. Do we do extra damage now? 8 and 3. Looks like we do. He's now skidding out as well. We'll shift down because we have to. I was hoping that he would skid into his friend. Or he still might. Nope, okay. Never lucky. Now we can just break back and then just see if they catch up to us, I suppose. Or we could shift up, move down, and reroll. No, I think we just break back there. Only one of them should be able to shoot us from that then. But yeah, so it looks like the overload actually is a positive for us. Or maybe I was just reading that wrong. Or maybe we had a different... Maybe it was one of these actually, double the condition damage from the first bash you deal. Although it looked like it was still +1/+1 and then doubled, so that we did a lot of damage, but hey, what do I know? Again, we still have issues getting in front of opponents, and we definitely do now that we have engine lock, so we can't actually move forward too well. So we're going to have to just bounce around and try and get to the side here, I suppose. And then we go... slight shift, I guess. We'll go slight shift, down shift there, draw a card, and then move up 1. Now front to back allows us to move forward a little bit. If we move too far forward though, we might get hit by these guys. So I honestly think that we instead... Oh, we can't even use it anyway. Never mind, never mind. Let's just move back 1 then. And let us end our turn there, I believe. Now this is the issue where all of our weaponry focus on being in front of people, and it's not good to have weaponry that fires behind you when you cannot get in front of opponents there. I think that's pretty self-explanatory there. Hope I got my point across, but you guys know what I mean. You know, we need to be able to get alongside or in front of, ideally. Let's start here, move up 2, back 1. Need to move... It doesn't even allow us to shift there. If we go like this, we ram forward, and then we shift up. If we shift up, we now get the bonus out of this, so this allows us to shift up, move down, and re-roll 2 cards. So why don't we go for both of our laser blasts. We'll go for one of our avalanches too, because it's quite expensive. Now power shift allows us to move forward or backwards, so we get options there. Definitely want to go for some damage to you. Plunderer draws his cards, but I don't think the card draw is that useful just yet. So why don't we shift up 1 into a grenade drop behind, which is now 10 damage. And then we shift up 1. Oh, we can't even do that, can we? No, that's now too expensive. Go for the slight shift, downshift 1, draw a card, move down 2, make it harder for you to get us again. And we end up with 1, I guess, so we're probably going to skid out here after they attack us. We're probably going to ram us right now. Ooh, the fire's not good. And now we skid. Going down would not be good, so just keep going up. There we go, a little bit of bash back. There we go, not too bad. Now you skid out. And you're almost dead as well. Now can you do anything? Yet to be seen. Yikes, okay, that last hit was not good. Also not good is that we lost our other little bit of gear. Let's move forward, let's move back. Laser doesn't quite hit you, so we're going to move forward once again. Now we laser blast you both. And we almost have you, 3 damage remaining. Can we finish you off? No. Again, I just feel like the utility of this car is, it's not non-existent, but it's also not great. I'm gonna move down 1, just to make it harder for you to get across and bash me or do anything really. I'm gonna wait right here. We do have a bit of burn on our equipment as well. We definitely need a bit of repair station action, but I don't know if that's gonna be easy to come by. Ooh, yikes. Okay, that's good. The fact that we killed you on the first one, because if we went down and hit the wall, we were going to take too much damage and just instantly die. So, we got lucky on that last hit there. See, I don't love the bolts, but they do make them weaker and more fragile, so then we can do more damage after this fact. So maybe we try this and just see if we can maybe, you know, weaken opponents, then just start absolutely shooting the hell out of them as well. So, we'll see. But I don't like our chances here, if I'm being honest. I feel like we might be in a sticky situation. Now, I can shoot you twice and kill you, which is not too bad. You're not too bad either, I think. If we go like this... yeah, this is more damage. Okay, and we can start building it up there. So if we just start overloading the hell out of our gear, all of a sudden we're doing decent damage, right? Now you shoot around and behind. So I think we... Oops. It does upshift, move down. Let us then move back. And yeah, that seems fine for now. He's 1 square up ahead for those who can't see behind my mug. And he shouldn't be able to hit us here. Oh, never mind. Oh, no, he didn't. Okay, good stuff. Now, smoke bomb is good. We hit him. He might skid and end up down here, and that would just be an instant kill. Or he might ram us, but that's a risk I'm willing to take. We've got enough armor. So let's try the smoke bomb and see where it ends up. He skids. We want him to be in one of these 2 lanes down here. So he has to go down again. Ah, knew it. Knew it. Okay. We'll go for a weight transfer, just to give ourselves a little bit more shield. Go for the power shift as well, which does the same. Well, not doesn't do the same actually. That's incorrect. Now the black flag. Oh, hang on. Did I play this wrong? Because we could have got around you. 3, 2, 3. No, we didn't play it wrong necessarily. We could have played it better. But, oh, now the issue is we might skid out. This is a risk I'm willing to take though. What happens if we skid? Please don't skid. Oh. Oh, he kills himself anyway by running out of handling there. So we could have skidded it up in those red danger zones as well, had that not have happened. So I think it's quite fortunate that it did happen that way. Now, we again do not have much in the way of being able to move forward with that engine, so I'm not going to go for that. These tyres are a bit of a downgrade, so I guess we'll just take this, collect it, not equip it, sell it later on, see how we fare. 9 HP, 9 HP in a dream. We do have a chop shop. I think we go here, why not? Let's see what we got. Beginning of a battle again, punch 1. Punch 1's pretty damn good for that extra ram, so let's sell this. Sell this. This, and we're going to buy that actually, unless we find anything else that we really love the look of. Extra armor, anticipation, that's not terrible. We hit them, we get 1, oh my god, actually that's... We take handling damage. Or we apply handling damage. No, we apply handling damage, don't we? Wobbly maneuver actually sounds pretty damn good. Reckless rage. Double your conditional handling damage from weapon cards. Lose 1 rage at the end of the turn. So that... We also become fragile, so that's a very risky one for sure. Same again there as well. Chicane is quite good for the movement. Crankshaft allows us to stack up a bit more overload, so we could actually go for a bit of an overload based build, which isn't the worst idea ever. What is actually our engine at the moment? Just a 3 armor piece. sells for 7. So if we bought this, we could not buy this. Do we care too much about the, because at the battle and punch one is not huge, it's just good for a starting ram. Bazooka is not too bad, we have some flexibility where that shoots. You know what, we're going to go for the Eon DC. We're going to try this out. We're also going to purchase the bazookas. Now we're going to switch both of those, so the bazookas are the top, no, they are front mounted. That's right, and then the Eon's a new engine, we take that. Then sell the 2 ones here, the Lawn Master and the PP Power. And we got 56 credits left. Anything else that we want to buy? All of these are engines, which basically replace our existing ones, which we don't want to have happen. So I think that's what we go for. I don't love it. And we do need to survive quite a ways to get to our fixed station to be able to repair things. We could maybe get lucky with some events if we went this way, but I feel like we just have to go this way. So we basically have to take no damage in these next few battles, or we outrun them. Outrunning them is a viable strategy, and that is probably something that we should look into if we can manage to make it through. Now, it's not unfortunately much that we can do just yet, but we can plunder and ram you into the side if we get up next to you. So why don't we start by upshifting and rolling 2 cards here. So we don't want to go for this, or that draws us a card though, but we do need to upgrade another one. Are we going to be able to kill this guy? Maybe, maybe not. Let's get rid of this because it's expensive. Smoke is quite good actually. It does mean that you take more damage, so why don't we start off with this. And now Missile Mark does 12 damage if we move forwards. Crankshaft moves us forward twice. Yeah, this is the way to go. We crankshaft, move forward twice, we get overloaded. With this overload, we now plunder, ram you into the wall, which does a lot of damage. You skid into me, which is not great. We do lose some handling damage from that. Wasn't part of the plan. Wasn't part of the plan at all. Now, we can weight transfer. You do less damage. We've got 8 armor left. I want to evade these guys. Harpoon Buggy doesn't shoot too far. But my concern is still shifting up and then moving forward skids me out. I think we just go for it anyway. We shift up, move forward. You're about to vanish off the map here. Is that worth it? We skid out, we shouldn't hit the wall. Oh, we might hit the wall, but I'm going to... Okay, the best laid plans of mice and men can sometimes go awry. He's boosting, boost twice. Does he blast me? We're on 4 health, and we're dead. Okay, well, you can't win them all, and in my case, you can't win many at all. Yeah, we got some scrap, but look at that. If you don't win, you get sweet fuck all score there. I feel like they do make the grind a little bit too difficult there, and for the amount of time that you put in, probably unlock it earlier, make some better progress. And now I'm thinking we kind of want to go back to Rob. We haven't done Rob in a wee while, but handling damage, you know, we just focus on skidding out opponents now. We'll see how we go. Now, speaking of which, handling damage means that we probably want to go with a weapon that starts off with handling damage, if at all possible, which does include the Oil Flood. The Outer Blow, I don't know if I care about that one too much. Why don't we just go for this one here, where we can stay in front of people and shoot behind. We have extra damage there. Want extra bash damage, extra handling damage there with weapons? No, it's only weapons that was included in, right? It is less max HP, but more handling's pretty good too, so let's give it a go. Let's go for this green guy. And again, we're still looking to try and unlock some new characters, get one additional gadget. We kind of want to go in the middle somewhere so that we can choose whether to go north or south after the fact. So we kind of want to go for component, or gadget, or scrap. I think we just go for one additional gadget. We see what we get. Punch one's pretty good for the ram. Oops, didn't mean to click that. We haven't faced you yet, so we could go north. We haven't faced you either, so why don't we head south and hope that you go north. Works. Never works. I try and hope that something happens and it doesn't. No surprises there, eh? There we go. Let me turn up the light just a tiny bit. Now, punch one. Punch one means that if we get up to you, we do double your condition and handling damage from bashing. So we're currently doing 4 and 4, which is not huge, but it could give us the edge necessary to get up there. So automatic gear is a very expensive gear up. Sticking it allows me to shift up twice, which I think we will. Now we can go down twice. Pacify stops the opponent from using weapons, which is actually pretty damn good. Did shift up twice, move back once. That makes us weak. So let's see, we automatic gear. Let's go like this. Let's go rambling on. Let's move down. Because we're focusing on this mostly, aren't we? So we're going to go for the Breaking Bad. Do we upshift and then Breaking... Oh, we upshift and do it afterwards. That way we get the level 5 effect from Breaking Bad, which is even better. Pacify is not bad either. Rams twice. Which actually... Oh, but then we can't afford to do both, can we? Okay, so we've got to choose. Which one do we want? And I think... Actually, the weapon lock is pretty damn important, isn't it? But actually, 3 rams doing this much damage each. You're going to skid out anyway. Yeah, let's do it this way. 1, 2, and then ram. 3. Good bit of damage. We now move down, and now we just give ourselves a little bit of bonus there, and we see where we skid to. Hopefully not into the wall. That's alright. And that's alright. I mean, all things considered, that was not too bad, especially with us still having the punch when we skidded out. Oof, okay, he's doing a little bit of damage to me though. I don't really like that too much. Apparently do to the left. Shift up and ram here. Then we cannot really, I mean, 2 society just means that we just skid out, don't we, and see where we end out. So we do want to go down twice. Okay, that's not working. So that's why 2 society is not great, because it basically ends your turn. We could have probably killed you with other means there, and now we're going to take some damage as a result. A lot of damage, actually. So, yes, we've got to be a little bit cautious of that, and when the best time to use 2 society is. It's basically like a hit and hope sort of thing, which is not always going to pan out in our favour in my mind. And that was a lot of damage for turn 1. We don't have any front-facing one just yet. We've already got tires that are good enough. We don't worry about that. Although they did have some good bonuses there. But mainly I just want to unlock new characters. But we're not having much luck in that department because everybody goes away from us and then we have to fight them right at the very end, which is when we usually did. So, to the right. Let's shift up a couple times. It's to the right in front of you. Then it's pacifier. Let's say no weapons for you. Then we also have our punch gun. We can actually sabotage you, which then means that you take more damage. Then we just ram into you a couple more times and do big damage and take you out. See, why can't every fight go that well? What's wrong with that? I guess to be fair, that was only a drone. So drone fights are usually considerably easier than other opponents. The plow's not terrible. I think we just take this and not equip it. Really feels like it's not the right way to go. Again, we don't have much, so we can't really afford to go there, so we're going to get some extra scrap, extra components. Like that. Oh, that applies burn to the opponent as well if we hit them right, but otherwise it hits us. We do get extra handling modifier though, and for that reason, I'm in. Move in. And destroy all enemies there. I don't know, that kind of reminded me of Shark Tank a wee bit there. I never really watched it. Or Dragon's Den. Same thing, right? They're pretty much exactly... I don't know if they're produced by the same people. It wouldn't surprise me at all. Shift up, move down. Rambling on weakens our weapons, which is obviously not great. We can sabotage, take more damage. We deal less damage as well. We then go for this. We can then move down. We do less damage, but in doing so, we shoot you here. A little bit of damage. Still did 12 damage. And then we go for the pacifier, which rams you with more damage because we still have punch. We're doing a lot more applying of status effects to ourselves and to opponents there, right? Now, do we have a means of ramming forwards? No, we don't. So 2 society does nothing for us here. We just sit here. You can only really ram us now, can't you? So you're going to ram us backwards. But why were we not taking any... Oh, we had shield, didn't we, for the bash? That's absolutely fine now. We go for the 10 damage here. It's actually 15 because you're still fragile. The fragility, male fragility, is really fun at the moment. So there we go. Boom, you're done. Ah, I like it. I like it. 30 scrap as well. Ooh, we do have... I mean, this fires backwards instead of forwards. This is a better engine. It does allow us to change gears a wee bit, which is nice, as well as moving forward or backwards. This is nice because of the extra handling modifier as well, though. You know what, we're going to try for a bit of a handling modifier with engines that allow us to ram a little bit more. Why not? Let's go for a bit of a bash and extra damage. Look at that, 16 handling. That's got to be the highest that we've ever been beforehand. We started off with 14 handling, which is already very high. And I think this is just going to help even more, if I'm honest. Now we can just start wailing on you guys. Reload's not too bad either. I'm trying to think of the best way to get in front of you guys. If we hit you, we do handling damage and you are locked, and we draw cards. Oh, Smoke and Mirrors is bloody great for the card draw then. Bad at all. Alright, now the 8 ball. So, we would like to get up here, if we can. This burns ourselves, our own card. Shift up and move up, followed by move up. That's 5, then we can double pinball. That's exactly what we're going to do. We do have the punch going, but I don't think we worry about that too much. We are locked from using any of these now, but that's fine. We don't want to push them back though, so we start off just by hitting you like this. Now that you're weaker, we go for this, which now hits you for 21, I believe. Yeah, 21, there we go, quick maths. Drone Sabotage doesn't do anything. Reload gives me a little bit of shield. We're actually going to drop down a gas so we don't skid out too badly here. Now that guarantees that we cannot ram into the wall. Actually, we move further away from him as well, so it's going to be harder for him to get up to us. How did he only move up one? I thought he had something that moved him twice. A little bit confused by that, but that's okay. We make it work. Protect ourselves. We will upshift twice. So we break a little bit. And then we go, can we move down twice? Yeah, we can move down twice. We then burn a card in the process, which is unfortunate, which only happens next turn. That's not too bad. Now we weaken you and make you fragile. Now, I like just kind of sitting behind you. So let's move back to here. What are you going to do? Try and get behind me now? You can't shoot backwards. Pretty shitty drone that can't really switch around and... You know, you think they'd at least have guns that kind of rotate on a 90-degree axis and kind of like rotate from fizzing forwards to pointing backwards. Obviously not the case. This post-apocalyptic area, not as clever as you would have thought. We need to draw some extra cards or something. Is there any way to do that? Not really. So instead, we just give ourselves a little bit of a boost. Go for a ram here. We might as well ram you full. Okay. Okay. You gonna ram me back? You are. Now, did you give yourself something, bro? Riddle. Deal 25 less. Okay, so you deal less damage now. Now if we go like this, we can actually burn your card. Like so. We apply that to ourselves, we get burned to each of ourselves. We get to draw a couple of cards now. And this is what the reload's so good for. We still have 6 of these left. Don't mind if I do, we'll oversteer. Give ourselves the extra little card draw and everything else. And then we can also finish you off the ram there, I guess. Or whatever. We had so many options there, but look at that. 13 shield as well. That's nice. So after the first combat, things have been turning around a little bit. Some extra tires though, but we don't lose the handling is the thing. This shoots behind. I don't think we care about losing our pinball machine. That was doing pretty damn well. Again, I don't think we care about that. So we'll take these to sell. And that's going to be all that she wrote. Keep moving forward. We can almost repair ourselves a little bit at the fix station. We have, I believe this is one of these oil trucks which shoot flames and oil behind it, which it is. Look at me learning the game. Bet you're all surprised. Let's shift up twice. Now we can move forward twice, which is only up to there. Or we could oversteer and move forward 3 times, which seems like the right course of action to me. We're going to move up. We're then going to move forward 3. Ram forward because it doesn't matter. Now we can move... If I move down, I can shoot you with the drone sabotage and then hit you with the Hot Wheels. Or I can just go for the Hot Wheels now. Hit you, burn that. Yeah, let's go for this. So we move down, we hit you. We then apply burn to ourselves. You've also got burned. We could ramble on and then hit, but that does apply the weakness. So I think instead we just go for protection. And then also drone sabotage to make you weaker. There we go. Seems okay to me. This is where not having any armor kind of sucks though. We're going to be able to hit us with the flame or something. Oil? No, the oil is fine. We are a little bit weaker, but that's not the end of the world. Gear shift and move, gear shift and move. I don't want to get around you though, so I think we first ramble on to the side. Then we give ourselves the weakness. Then we shift up and move, but we do want to shift up and move twice if we can, so we can get the value out of this. So I'm going to shift up now, then move forward. Wait, if we move down, we still get the movement of 2 though, don't we? Yes, we do. Okay, so that's exactly how we wanted it. Now we can smoke and mirrors. You skids. Okay, didn't really plan for that to happen, but that's okay. Now we, because you only shoot forward, you know what, if you only shoot forward, we move forward 3, and you now struggle to catch up and even do anything whatsoever. So I do not mind at all. You don't really need the armor right now. We just wait until he catches up a little bit. And then we just get in front of him and do our 8-ball move, right? Let's move down 1. It's Breaking Bad twice, 1 and 2. That gets us with the 8-ball damage. We can also drone sabotage first, which I think we should so we do more damage with this. So let's... but then we lose that, don't we? Rambling on. Reload is okay. Do downshift. This just hits you, it also pushes you back to... Why don't we just push you back to again? And we'll wait for later on. We're not going to worry too much about it. Do we stay in... Let's go to 5th gear. Why not? He's not going to be able to ram us and skid us out, so easy. Pinball's good for when he eventually catches back up again. Oh, he does ram me once, okay, but at least the shield did enough. So we do more damage now. We don't want to push him back, so let's start with this first. And between the 2 of these, that should be game anyway, so good stuff. I am liking the extra modifiers that we're putting onto their vehicles, which make them weaker, deal less damage, and also we have the mortar. Firing forward, yes, but no, not really what we're after. We'll just again click this one here and sell it later. None of those really appeal to me. And I wouldn't mind if there was a way that you could get like a component that made it, or sorry, one of these equipment pieces that made it so that the components that you find, like those 3 options that we just had a second ago, you were more likely to find rarer components, because usually you only find rare components at the end of the run. But if you got a lucky one, maybe that's a bit too OP, but maybe if you got a lucky one beforehand, it could be quite fun to get it going beforehand. It looks like they have reduced the cost of repairing, possibly. Or maybe that was always the cost and I just don't know. To be fair, when I played earlier, I did focus a lot. Ooh, we're all going to meet here at the same time. Let's see what happens there. Do we get a 3-way battle? Oh, you're going south? That's no fun. Oh, we might be able to fight both of you one after the other, which would be cool. What was I saying? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it'd be too OP to switch that out and do it the way that I was just suggesting, but I think it could also be pretty fun. Now, you shoot forwards. Side, you shoot forward only. We shoot backwards for the most part. We do have to upshift, so we will do that to begin with. Now we can brake and get back to here. Or, if we ramble on, we would not hit. We need to move down twice, which is what this is good for. We go here, we do burn ourselves, and that's going to just be a harsh reality that we have to deal with each time. Now we can move back twice and then ram you if we want to. Or we upshift twice and do it that way. We could pacify as well. Pacify is actually quite good if we ram forwards, because then all he's going to be able to do is bash his back, which isn't terrible. How do we do that? We move down, then we pacify forward. You know what? We do. We don't mind if you shoot us too much. We probably could just kill you if we hit you, right? What do we bash for? We've got extra punch, so we're doubling our damage. We don't really have much punch damage anyway. Don't really have much at all. So why don't we just pacify forwards? Oh wait, we downshifted. Oh, that was an unfortunate consequence of that, wasn't it? So we have to automatic gear into a pacify. Or we just go for the kill behind us, which is also an option. If we hit you with the 8-ball, then you back off. We pacify this way. If we pacify you, then you don't hit us anyway. Or we just kill you. In fact, I think we do just kill you. We drop back. You die, we drop back. We're now 2 behind you. Or you're 2 off the screen, I should say. And if you stay in this lane, you're dead anyway. So are you going to stay in this lane? No, you're going to move. So self-preservation is good from the AI, which means that we also have to move. It also means that we're not going to die or take extra damage from you unnecessarily. 2. And then I think we definitely just... You know what, we're going to stick in it, then go into this to give ourselves a little bit of card draw as well. That card draw will allow us to get a little bit of extra variety. which I've been told is the spice of life. Like this, we draw some cards as well. We could pacify and move up 3, but then we're probably going to... I'd love to be able to hit you with this, but I can't. We'll just pacify and drop back, I suppose. I mean... 1, 2... Let's see what happens if we drop back 3. Does that lose him? Or... No, okay, so 3 is allowed, that's right. It's been a while since we got somebody 3 away from us. They shouldn't be able to do damage to us again. There we go, good stuff. So now we could look to ram him if we wanted to. We're gonna have to get in front of him if we want to, though, of course, because we do most of our damage through the rear. Are we able to do that? So we do get card draw if we hit him with this. Breaking Bad is the wrong way. Hot Wheels is wrong. This downshifts but moves us forward 2. But I still think that's the right thing. We go down, we move forward 2, we get right behind him. Now we can start applying some of this damage, so we go for the drone sabotage right there. He's now weaker and he's taking more damage from us as well. We can move down 1, and we can't really move up 2 is the issue. We can move down, we can ram him with the Hot Wheels. I think the Hot Wheels is good given what we've done to him so far. We're going to move forward, we are now weaker for a turn, that's fine. We then Hot Wheels him for 2. He now skids out, which is actually a little bit scary, but if he rams himself into the wall over and over again, then it's a lot less scary. Which is exactly what he's doing. And if we break with this... yikes, okay. Yikes. That wasn't as good. And now it's his turn. Okay. The rams are not great, but they're not high damage, so I don't mind too much. And you're done. You're done. Not going to set foot in this town again, not while I'm here. Alright. Victory, we move on. We took some damage after healing up there. It's not great, but ooh, this is a decent engine, which allows us to reroll, upshift. Anticipation is, you know, decent for the reroll component. Look out. We either move back 2 or move up 1. That's a good bit of flexibility. And then Breaking Bad as well. So I don't think this is the right course of action. A little bit of armor. Beats our current engine. Our current engine didn't have amazing cards. Like, yes, they were okay, but not fantastic. And if we manage to beat you, who's behind the screen here, into you, we actually might unlock 2 new characters. That could be quite nice. And you both are forced to kind of go the way that I'm going to be going. Now, we can pacify. So to do that, we need to upshift twice. Pacify here. If we upshift 1 more time, then we can do even more. Is there a means of upshifting right now? No, there's not. So we go for the pacify. You can no longer use your weapons, and weapons are the vast majority of the damage that we take. So that seems good to me. Now what we could do is we could... Let's go for the lookout. Hit you once. Let's go for the rambling on, like this. Hit you twice. You now skid. Ram is back. The ram is not good because I was hoping to Breaking Bad. Now I don't know what to do. Now I think we might just sit here. Your weapon's not going to be working, so you're just going to be ramming us. You're going to shoot us once, I believe. Yep, we take 2 damage. Now we're going to take more damage from the ram. So 2, 3... Eee, where do we end up? Yikes. Not again. Okay, there we go. Not fantastic. You rammed us quite well there. Ram the wall. No, you want to. Okay, you're lucky. You're lucky. Now we can drop back. We will go for anticipation, upshift. Now what do we want to replace? Probably oversteer and Hot Wheels. Get to choose 1 or 2 cards. 8 ball, so now we've got weapons that fire behind us. How quaint. Not really what we wanted though, is it? Unless we Breaking Bad, get you within range and then start wailing on you behind, which is definitely possible. It's not a horrible idea. Why don't we do that? 1, 2, 16 damage of currently your health. That pushes you back, this does not. You can just go 1 into 2. And do we care about him being in front and shooting us? I think we do a little bit, so why don't we try this and skid ourselves out. Please don't go in the wall. Okay. Was that worth it? Probably not. So the controlled skid, he's still going to shoot us anyway, so that definitely was not worth it. We might actually skid out again now because of that. Thankfully we're only second gear, so the chance of us hitting the wall are low, but obviously not zero. So yeah, just a bad move all around there, as we can see. We just kind of need to wait for him to get up near us, I suppose. I don't know, I think we just drop back a little bit, get him 3 away from us. And yeah, I think it is worth getting onto the road here a little bit. And then we just wait. Or do we... No, we can't move down there because we'll get hit by the rock. I don't really fancy running face first into a rock. Funny that. He's there, does he get to shoot me? He does get to shoot me. Thankfully we had the armor, so we didn't really... Oh, there's shield there. Shield and armor, see, now they've added too many things. Now I can't keep track of it all. We need to stick it first. We then pacify him. And then ram him again. See where he ends up. Okay, he's alongside us, which is not too bad. He rammed me back. He rammed me back twice, which stole a whole bunch of my my handling, which is not too good. But the good news is we can then... Ah, screw it. I'm just going to ram you a whole bunch. We burn our own cards, we burn your cards. We're going to do the same again. Now I skid. I might skid into you. No, that would just be too fortunate. Oh, nope. Okay. We could take some more damage here. Things are not looking great for us, and we might not even make it to our opponent again. That's now all of a sudden a little bit better. A little bit better about our situation. Gonna ramble on. We are then going to pinball. Finish you off. How do I like our weapon situation right now? It's not good enough. It's plain and simple not good enough. We have a character who's good at punching and does extra damage as a result, but we don't really have the setup for that. We have... Oh, see, that's quite nice, but it's not good enough. This stops him from using that. It's also a lot cheaper, the oil stuff, but it does less damage and less flexibility. Let's collect it, but not equip it. The armor is good, but not what we're going for. No, I don't really like our weapons. I don't really like our setup. Our equipment's not good enough either. What equipment do we have? We do have quite a bit spare, don't we? But why don't we go here and see if we can sell some stuff. Double condition damage from the first bash you perform on each of your turns. Movement. Okay, whatever. So let's sell this, this. I'm probably not checking. I probably should check to make sure they don't need to equip any of these, but I'm just assuming. When am I ever wrong? Probably all the time. We could swap out our drone for this, give ourselves more armor. That is a good set of tires as well. You know what? We're going to go for a whole bunch of armor now, because we clearly need it. And you know what? We're going to switch to shooting forwards, because that seems to be where we need to be putting our focus. So tires, done. Drone, replaced. There we go. So now we've got not just shooting forward, we've got shooting all around us now, which is, it's not bad, but it means that we can't really focus on just one area, which can be a good thing and can be a bad thing, because if you've got somebody directly in front of you, you want to be drawing all of your front-facing weapons. If you've got people all around you, then you kind of want to have flexibility in that regard, which we don't have any, but that's okay. Do we want this? No, we don't really care about the extra bash damage. I mean, we do, but not enough. So I think we just leave it as we are. Was that enough to change the dial? I don't think so. But if we can survive to this fixation, take the money and let me through, lose 30 components, 70% chance to lose 20. We can't afford to do that because we would die straight up. So we're going to just lose that. Give ourselves the best chance. One more fight before we make it to the place where we'll heal for 10, guaranteed, and maybe a little bit more. Now, what do? You've got weapons in front and behind, so we kind of want to get alongside you. It would be great if we could 8-ball you in front. Let's start with a slight shift, move down. Then we could do it again. Like so. Then we 8-ball you, which pushes you back and applies the weakness to you. Maybe we could have got some extra shots to him beforehand before doing that, but no, I think this is still fine. We're then going to, hang on, what's your weapon again? Weapon of choice is shooting directly in front. So I think we move, he's going to have to move sideways and up. So let's try this out. We don't want to do anything else, we just leave it there. He might be able to shoot us, but we have 21 armor. That's not insubstantial again. I think we talked about this last run. We took 10 damage, not too bad. We can get back in pinball. Pinball doesn't push him, but we can drop back 2. He's got a little bit of armor, but he's still weakened, so let's go for this. He does not get pushed back, and now he's taken a lot of extra damage here. So this should be 12 damage into 12 damage. Oversteer is okay. Sticking it's not too bad. We don't really have a way of re-rolling. Oh, we do actually. Although re-rolling also just means that we ram into him a bit better. I don't know if that's really that good. Maybe we go to Society. We ram him first and then to Society. Let's go ram. Let's go oversteer, shift up and go down. And let's go to Society now. Hopefully we drop back and then ram him to the north. If we end up in this lane, then we're pretty screwed. That's good. Up. Oh, mate, you couldn't have asked for a better situation. Thank you, thank you. What a good outcome in the end. 21 scrap is nice. Any of this that we want? We obviously do like the extra handling that we get so that we get more flexibility. Don't really love the weapons associated with that though. We do lose armor here. I think we have to go for this weapon though. Damage over time. It's only 1 though. The extra handling. Is the extra handling worth it is the question. We do lose out on a little bit of armor. You know what? We're going to try for this one. Trailblazer. Why not? If we've got 2 opponents in front of us that are a little bit of a gap between each other, then we actually have a chance. And look, we have the possibility for 2 opponents now. We definitely go to the fixed station. We only repair 31, so we're at half health. And we've got to take out 2 opponents back to back, basically. Starting off with this lady. Beta Elemento, or maybe that's her vehicle. What is her gear for your next weapon card? Deals an increased 3 condition damage on hit if you have changed gear with your previous card. Okay, so it's like mine with the movement and the other character there, but more so with regards to gear changes. Decent handling regen. Shooting in front and around. So if we get behind, we're not doing too bad here. Now, of course, they're going to start in front with their cyberpunk looking stuff. Actually, not too far in front, so we might actually be able to do that. We definitely want a Breaking Bad, so I think with that, slight shift is okay. Pinball's actually pretty damn good here to start with, because we apply the weakness to you, and now we look to drop back. So with that in mind, let us... Do we go for the reload now, or do we wait for the upshift after? So why don't we upshift all the way to 5? So let's start here. Let's go for... Oh, we're not going to be able to get the last one to reload there, are we? Oh, this actually allows me to upshift twice and move twice. Let's go for the slight shift. And I probably should be looking at my handling more, but I'm not, so we'll be right. We get 8 here. A little bit of extra shield on myself, which I think is useful. We only have 5 of this left. So with that in mind, we could get in front and 8-ball you. No, we can't. We don't have the movement. We can re-roll some cards, give ourselves some of that. We can drop back, and I think dropping back is going to be the right course of action here. Let's go 1, 2, and then ram nowhere. Then let's actually ramble on and move down, which is going to skid us out. I'm well aware of that, but hopefully we mostly just drop back. There's only 1 or 2 breaks, but as long as we don't hit the northern wall, then we're fine. Break? Okay. Still not the end of the world. You can only really hit us with your side shots, and obviously ramming into me from in front. So do you shoot me as well? Looks like you didn't have that, so that's why I thought in the past, with the previous patch, they would have always used the all-out shot. But maybe they don't have that as a guarantee anymore, or maybe they just felt like ramming me was better. In any case, we can do quite a good bit of damage to you there. You still have the fragile, which means that we can just go for some good damage here. So why don't we start off with the laser shot. We'll do all of our weapons first into all-out shot. 15 damage there, I should say. Laser burst can be good if we do back off a little bit. So let's go upshift, move down. Laser burst now works for another 15 damage. Not too bad. And anticipation does let us reroll some cards. I don't think we really care about that too much. Why don't we just drop back a little bit, apply some weakness to ourselves. And maybe we do play this just to upshift, reroll this card, and then apply a little bit of handling, or cheap shot would have been alright. No, that's alright. We've got some good stuff to shoot all around us later on. And maybe if we're lucky we can maybe bash you into there. Oh, that was a bit of damage, wasn't it? We don't have any bashes that push though, is the only thing. So I think we might just focus on the damage. Pacify is fantastic though. So, I think we get up behind. like this. We go oversteer, we move up here. We then go for our pacifier. You're not going to be using your, oh, please don't, no. I didn't think about where you might skid to. Okay, that's fine. You're dead anyway next turn, but why don't we just keep wailing on you just for fun? Like so. There we go. We'll just end our turn there. You're going to run into that, and we do get a kill against one of there. So we have Robin, Bolt, Kurana unlocked. So Robin is now unlocked. That's very nice. 40 scrap is very nice too. I actually forgot about that. This isn't terrible. I do like our pinball, but the pinball doesn't have any extra bonus modifiers. This also creates more weapon lock. Now, weapon lock, as we've seen, is very, very important for these ones here. This one's obviously a lot of flexibility, but I'm going to try this. Now we're just switching all of our weapons to more of a front focus. Also get a little bit of armor rather than nothing. So yeah, let's give this a go. And we get this one as well. So if we change gears, and we do seem to be changing gears a lot on our turn, so I think we should pretty much always be able to get that bonus. Now, can we get back-to-back character unlocks? That would be amazing. I'm going to keep the episode going just for a little bit longer to see if we can, in fact, do that. Now, Immortal is good, but it's going to be hard to actually proc that every time. Fireworks, though, we can stop you from using your weapons, but then we're going to be directly in front of you for you to use your weapons. Your weapons, oh, that's scary. Creeping Death, god damn, 16 damage, holy moly. Let's see here. Let's go for a stick in it. Third gear it. Let's then do the same thing here. Fifth gear and move up 2. And then we can do this one just downshifts, draws the card and moves us, but I don't think that really is all that much. Although maybe I should just do, you know what, we're going to sit in the middle. We're going to sit in the middle, we drew a card, we get to reroll some cards. Why don't we just go for the Immorta, hit you right there, go for the Fireworks right there, good damage, and then, you know, the laser shot, and then we skid out, and we see where we end up. Hopefully we don't go into the wall, that's a good start. That's not a good start, that's a really terrible start, and we move back. So we lose a good chunk of our armor there, which is not good. You do have a weapon lock though, so the guy in front cannot hurt us too bad, and that was the Creeping Death, which did a lot of damage there, of course. You ram us. You ram us for a lot too, ouch, okay. So, this weapon lock, so what we want to do, we want to take out the guy in front first. So to do that, all out shot, this is only 6 damage because we are weaker, so we have to go for the 8 damage here to finish you off. And then we want to go for the Pacify. Now we could also go for this, upshift 1, reroll 2, we want to upshift 2 I believe. Although as soon as we do Pacify, you're going to be running all over the road anyway. Yeah, let's go for the upshift, let's go for the Pacify. Do we apply 2 weapon lock here? We do, and that's actually pretty damn huge. We're right behind again. And yeah, now we just start shooting you and ramming you and kinds of stuff, I suppose. Or do we actually look to... Because you're now weapon locked, you can't shoot us for 2 turns, so now we just move forward and be like, hey, come and get us, you know. What are you going to do? Stab me? And there we go, we apply even more. Our weapon's doing no damage, we're taking more damage. But you can't shoot us, you're going to be trying to ram us as much as you can. And yeah, we might skid out, like right now. And we might die. Don't go up. Okay, thank you. But I'm hoping that this is our best chance to kind of get out of dodge, so to speak. We can weapon lock you one more time, which is good. Now this allows us to upshift and move down, or we Breaking Bad and move down. Let's start with the shot here. Let's then Breaking Bad twice. Does he just have massive bash damage? Not really, 5, but he must have a bit of a boost. No, it's because I'm fragile, that's why. We start with the laser burst, good damage. We then oversteer to, actually if we oversteer to downshift, yeah, we downshift, move down. We then go for the Fireworks, which does weapon lock you once again. And then we look to move back, which yes, it does make our weapons do less damage again, but hopefully it's less likely that you can now ram us twice and get the kill in this turn. And I think we've managed to make this happen. Yes, we have. We're alive. Just. Let's go for the shot here. Go for the shot here. And let's go for the ram. Now, how are we going to fare against our elite opponent? I think we're not going to fare all that well at all. So I'm almost tempted to do my usual spiel about signing off here soon, but I'm not going to. I'm going to hold off. Less armor, but more AoE damage. We do have less cheap shots, more all-out shots, but we do have more handling as well. Armor in the case of this as well, but reverse fire. Let's just go for this one. See how we go. Now, we have the shop upcoming. Oh my god, we still got another fight and another event. So, it might just be that we look to outrun our opponents here. Because I don't really see a situation in which we survive this all too well. Let's start with anticipation, upshift, and then re-roll. That's not too bad. Immorta seems like the one to re-roll. Maybe the slight shift too. What do we get? We get a re-roll, which allows us to shift up. Yeah, we shift up twice. We then move back 3. You have good bash damage again. That's a little bit scary. We'll bash you, which weapon locks you as well, which is nice. We then all-out shot. And this is where having all the extra flexibility here is very, very nice. So we move back 1. Do we do this? Yeah, because laser burst only hits you, whereas if we move back, we also kill the dude in front. So let's move back as we talked about. Less damage, yes, but still, I believe it's the right course of action. And now fireworks doesn't do anything. We ran away from one of them, and now we're behind the other opponent. So that worked out okay. You ran me once, you ran me twice. 3 times a lady. We skid, we ran you back. How do you like it? Oh, please don't ram into me and kill me. Okay, we have the armor though, so we should survive a hit. Okay, you're directly in front, which I think might be pretty damn good with these weapons that I have here. We weapon lock you. How much damage can we do here? 10 and 10. Okay, great. That's what I like to hear. Alright, we make it through. Skin of our teeth again. What a saying, skin of our teeth. Skin of your teeth. But we managed to make it through. We got 14 scrap. One of them got away. Of course, we knew that was going to happen. Our current engine is already pretty good. This isn't terrible though. Crankshaft allows us to stack up some extra stuff there as well. Let's give it a go. Let's give this a go. Equip it and everything. And now our event. An event that heals me to full, please. Ooh. I mean, that's as good as we're going to get, and that's our only real fighting chance that we're going to have against unlocking Zoe. Well, did we already have Zoe unlocked? Oh, we do also have a fix station. I didn't realize this was a city where we could choose. Alrighty, well, all of a sudden, we're back to full HP. And we have a chance. Buck Continental, Buick Continental. What has she got? She's got all-around shot and shooting in front. So we want to be behind her. And that seems right. I feel like we have unlocked her, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, we have unlocked her, right? Why did I think that we hadn't? In any case, we do get another little component here, which would be very nice. This doubles my condition damage from weapons, which is nice. So we could maybe look to get alongside. It also makes me fragile, which is not... No, is it fragile or fragile? I feel like that's kind of depending on where you're from, right? Let us upshift twice, then go for the slight shift, downshift once, move down 1, and can't help but notice that we've got pretty much only weapons that fire back. I think we just move back. We honestly just play to society here and hope that we... Yeah, mostly just ram... Yeah, I mean, if we stay here, that's okay. It's not the end of the world. Rammed. I get rammed again. We still have one more punch, though, and I get shot, which means that you get to back off again. Of course, if I get shot, then you back off even more, which makes it even harder for me to then hit you with this stuff. So what I think we do... You know what? We're going full rage here. We go... Reckless Rage. Oh, the higher gear that we are, the better off that is actually, isn't it? So 1, 2, 3, that's 9 to use that. 9 plus backing off is 11. Plus sticking at 17. We can actually do everything. So let's shift up to... Actually, shifting up to 3 doesn't really make much difference, does it? Well, it doesn't mean that we get less... One turn lesser fragile. Which I think might be worth it, so let's go. What I'm planning is going here, Reckless Raging. Now go for this. Now we back off 1. Yes, we do have a weaker weapon, but we also have Rage, which doubles that. So, we hit for 15. We hit for 15. And we hit for 15 again. Then we skid out, and maybe we ram him once more as well. Just like that. Which isn't terrible, because we had the punch, but still, it only doubled 2 to 4, so not amazing either. Now we get rammed, we take a little bit more, we take a lot more damage with the fragile, so that's not ideal. We do want to, this is where we'd love to be able to reroll stuff, right? Because we can't really hit them with any of this stuff. All that front-facing stuff, of course, as we were talking about. I mean, if we hit you one more time, you skid out. Maybe that helps us a little bit. If you stay up to the top, didn't really happen, but that's okay. Otherwise, we could sticking it and then try and to society, see where we end up. I'm willing to give that a go as well. To society, here we go. Now this just feels like in a situation of day drink. Now why don't I take 101 damage to that this time, when it says 99 there? I don't really know. Not that it really matters, but we're getting beat up a little bit there. We should still be able to beat this person. Pacifying is fantastic. We absolutely pacify. There's no real benefit to being upshifted either, so that's fine. I guess, do we just go for the shooting forward so that we can free up some space here, I think. And I think we do, because obviously we're keeping these hand space, and I should have done that last turn. That's my mistake. I'm sure a lot of you were screaming at your monitor there. I apologize for that. We look to skid you out. You're going to drop back. And maybe move up into the wall would be great if you go up twice. No such luck, but if you go down twice as well. No, okay. That's also fine. That's what it is. And we'll actually go for the laser burst as well here. I feel like you're definitely going to be looking to stay behind me, so why not just look to reroll into stuff that I can actually ram you with. And the fact that you don't have your weapons, actually not having the weapons means that you're trying to get alongside me now, doesn't it? Actually that bash is not too bad. So what we can do is we can get behind you. And once we're behind you, got you right where we want you. Got 10 damage here. Got 10 damage here. And then upshift. Just upshift and do this, yeah. And then we can ramble on like this. Give ourselves a little bit of weakness, but that's okay. And then we'll just wait here, because you're probably going to bash the hell out of me. And I don't want to skid out too much in too high of a gear. Okay, there's our skid. Oh, we managed to hit you back. And we get down here. Now, does this make sense to me? In terms of, I mean, we want to pacify you again, don't we? Or we could just try and kill you. Let's go 1. Let's go 2. Now if I move forwards, upshift. Let's actually go for the pacification once again. So we go for the slight shift. We then go for the pacify here. A little bit of damage. You're almost skidding out as well. This doesn't really do anything for us. Unless we go for this as well. Why don't we actually upshift and then we'll just go here. We then ramble on, and then we will go to society once more. No, we already ran out of our options. We are well and truly behind you now though, so that's not too bad. You can still shoot across us, but no, you're locked out. So now we just shoot ahead. Yes, we took a lot more damage than I had hoped right at the very end here, but go here and yeah, okay, we can take you out. So we go for this extra rage, extra shot there, and there we go. We did manage to unlock Zoe. So, new character unlocked. So, I don't know why I thought that I had unlocked her now. I'm so confused, but there we go. Problem solved. We're out of there. We'll collect this bad boy, not equip it, and good stuff. Your weapon card's condition damage is increased by 1. Not too bad, not too bad at all. Now, I tell you what there, folks. This might be, you know, 2 minutes away from my next defeat, but I'm going to end the episode there once again. Thank you all very much for tuning in there. Great to have you all along for the ride there. If you did enjoy the episode, please feel free to drop a follow and a subscription. Or a subscription, maybe follow on YouTube. Yeah. In any case, leave us a comment what you want to see next time, and see you on the next one. Bye for now there, folks. See ya.